I think that Trump and his administration are going to do everything they can to roll back many of our rights. We're going to have to be fighting it the entire time, so it's time to get started again.
There are also thousands of people who are starting to gather in the nation's capital right now.
Folks keep asking me, what is this march? What are we marching for? Who is this march for? And that's it. At the People's March, we are calling out the people who use power to strip our freedom.
People. Thank you.
All right. When I say fun, I'm going to say fun things, and then you're going to say not genocide. Okay? Cool. Yeah. Fun FEMA, not genocide.
I guess it's safe to say that we have a lot of lunatics living amongst us. No disrespect to any party. Listen, for anyone joining any party that really think that daddy's here to save you. When I say daddy, I don't mean anyone in particular. I'm talking about the government in general. You can only save yourself. Holding rallies like this is doing nothing. We all seen the Million Man March, the Women March. None of that accomplishes anything. All it does is show a bunch of people overly hyped and highly upset. With that being said, this movement has been hijacked. At this point, all movements have been hijacked by the liberals, by feminists, and let's just say the alphabet community. That is the only people that is really hurt right now when it comes to Trump being inaugurated. So listen, we got to deal with what's at hand right now, which is Donald Trump is the president. Let's move forward. At the end of the day, rent is due, mortgage got to get paid, lights got to stay on, and you got to keep paying the heat. So with that being said, sit back and react. We about to see what this is going to unfold.
There are also thousands of people who are starting to gather in the nation's capital right now as part of the People's March. It's organized by hundreds of advocate groups in protest of his second presidency and his policies. Sister marches will also take place across the country and internationally. Even you're seeing all the spots right there. That in green, that's where they're happening. People's March advisor Ashley Woodard Henderson joins us now to talk about this event. Ashley, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us here on ABC News Live. So who is involved in the People's March? What are the goals here?
There are over 100 organizations across the United States involved in this protest today, Gio, and I'm excited to be one in the number. People are mobilizing in all of the hollers and hoods, the rural and urban communities, the suburban communities across this country as an exercise of faith to say that, listen, I know that maybe this feels like a time of great loss and anxiety and grief because we've seen MAGA loyalists rise into governing power.
What are they not trying to go back to? What are they really not trying to go back to? What do you mean your rights is being taken away? If you ask me, women have way more rights than men. Y'all able to get away with almost murder. You understand? So for you to sit here and say you want your rights back and you want to go back, I don't understand what y'all talking about right now. You got me confused.
We will not go back. 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 We will not go back.
To what? To what?
But this is just the beginning of our great comeback. That this is a time where folks in the immigrant justice movement, they're going to fight against the mass deportations of our neighbors and our relatives. The folks that are going to fight so that man-made climate disasters cease and are a distant memory, and we are living in healthy, sustainable, and equitable communities. The folks that are fighting to live in a world full of peace instead of a world full of war. The folks that will prioritize people over the billionaire bros of the bro-ligarchy that Donald Trump is building here in D.C. These folks are coming to say we believe in the power of the people to be able to stop these bad conditions from happening and actually change the course of this country to make sure that we're bending the moral arc of the universe and this country with our own elbow grease. So I'm proud to be one in the number. There are over 100 organizations that are involved, and you can see the list at peoplesmarch.com.
They haven't taken more, that's taken more lives than I can name. I can't name the lives. I don't have time. Of all
what do you see in the background? Nothing but women.
My voice out, I'm hoarse because we was outside. But this fight, they haven't taken more, that's taken more lives.
And Ashley, as you're speaking, we're seeing live images there from Washington, D.C., right next to you, where you're seeing that first march there start to kick up. So 8 years ago, the historic Women's March on Washington, it became one of the largest single-day protests in American history. And yet since then, many women feel that their reproductive rights have been sharply limited or taken away completely in the overturning of Roe v. Wade. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think this is a moment of intervention around it to say that despite the ways that the Trump administration and his loyalists, even down the ballot, sometimes in our own local communities, who are saying that women's right to choose.
I think that Trump and his administration are going to do everything they can to roll back many of our rights. We're going to have to be fighting it the entire time, so it's time to get started again.
We can't let Trump or anybody who tries to oppress us continue to hold power. If we succumb to our own fear.
Did she just use the word oppress? Y'all let me know in the comments if that's what I heard. Because I could have sworn she said we are being oppressed by Trump. Is that what she said? Maybe I'm not hearing correctly. I don't know. Maybe y'all go in the comments and correct me. I don't know. Maybe I'm hearing things right now, but Delulu at 100. I don't know what's people issues, but one thing you will see and one thing you will notice, the majority in the crowd. Let me know what's the majority in the crowd. Y'all let me know.
Then they win.
We just have reached a point where it's gone too far in the opposite direction that doesn't match up with kindness. It's more so of trying to match a political agenda that is using Catholicism in the wrong way.
I see it as being the big generational challenge for us. A lot of people don't realize it yet, but it's the one thing that if we don't start doing something to stop it, life is just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse dramatically.
Is not something that they are going to support. Folks that are saying that they are going to target LGBTQ communities, we're saying no. Like, if no one else will protect and defend our folks, we will show up and do it. There are over 350 local actions that are also taking place today. That's just what we can count. Honestly, that's probably a low number because it rises by the second. So as we continue to see MAGA forces up and down the ballot, corporate Democrats up and down the ballot, continue to dismiss the needs of working families, the hundreds of thousands of people that are mobilizing today are saying, we are the ones that we've been waiting for.
All right, Ashley Woodard Henderson, thank you so much for being here. We so appreciate it.
I'm here because I want the world to know that the majority of Americans do not support this administration.
Your future is female.
So first and foremost, it's the state of our democracy, and of course, a myriad of other issues, women's rights being one of them, and our bodily autonomy and our future.
Well, I'm here to protest the Trump administration. He unfortunately won the election, and so we're not going to react the same way the Republicans did 4 years ago. But we still get a say in what's going on in this country, and this is the day to do that. Probably not going to be as big as the Women's March in 2017, but it's going to be a nice crowd, and I really hope that it inspires other people to resist and react and vote and get involved.
Good morning, my TikTok family. Do y'all know what I was supposed to do today? It wasn't paint anything, build anything, destroy anything. No, it was just going on a nice warm day date. But due to circumstances beyond my control, well, completely within my control, that's not happening. So do you know what I'm gonna do? I've bundled up and I'm gonna warm myself fighting for democracy.
Symbolism right now. We need to
fighting for democracy.
We need to
the
get
irony.
information. That's what DC, Free DC is doing. We
You know why this is hilarious? They talking to Jesus talk, but in the same note, they want to have multiple genders. They want to have weird stuff going on in schools. Make it make sense. What are you guys doing there? Don't you have to go to work? Don't you got to go to school? Don't you got to teach your children, especially your children? But no, you want to sit here and do what? What are you really getting out of this? What is this going to accomplish? That's where I'm confused.
Like my hat. So I've decided to drown my sorrows and get on the metro and head down to the city and go to the People's March, which I should have done anyway. That's more important, right? Right? That is cute. My mom got it for me. Okay, so this message, this long-winded message, hello, Tankwood Stew, is to say if y'all are going down there, or you're visiting, or you're out of town, or you're already there, tag me, message me, DM me, let me know you're there. I'm wearing this so you can find me, like you couldn't find me like this or this, whatever. You know what? Let's just meet up and march and fight for human rights today.
Grown women with purple hair.
And
make it make sense.
Hopefully TikTok too, although I think we already lost that one. But we're gonna keep.
She don't have rights.
What is this march? What are we marching for? Who is this march for? And that's it. At the People's March, we are calling out the people who use power to strip our freedom. We are calling in, we the people, and we are calling on all of us to fight.
For those who are highly upset and actually have the same mindset as the speaker, let me ask you this. Now that Trump is the president, what rights don't you have anymore? What rights have been taken away? What is it that you can't do today that you could do last week? You let me know in the comments. Because if you ask me, you still have the same rights. Nothing has been taken away. You see how they like to play with you?
Like, are you all ready to fight? But first, let's square up with reality because, honest to God, it's the first and the bravest thing that we can do.
A white woman is holding Trust Black Women.
The National Co-Director of the Rising Majority, a Black-led, multiracial, anti-racist, and anti-capitalist coalition fighting together. So excited to host y'all today. Yes, we promise to keep the hope and moving, we promise to keep our energy high, and you promise to be the best crowd that you can be. Can we do that?
And that land expands throughout most of Delaware, parts of Pennsylvania, and Maryland, and all of New Jersey, and into New York. We are gathered today within the ancestral homelands of my relatives, breed of humanity, our four-legged, our winged ones, our creepy crawlies, the soil, our water.
Obeying in advance. Giving up on true freedom and equality in favor of seeking more lenient to the fascists. We will not yield.
That's a woman?
I want you all to repeat after me.
Hey, yo.
Fight back! Fight back! Disobey! Disobey! Rise up! Rise up! Disobey! 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 We will unapologetically disobey, unapologetically fight for the rights of all LGBTQ people.
I tell you, she look like a man.
What's wrong with this guy?
We will unapologetically fight for the right to trans affirm and care for
Delusional at his best.
We will fight for every single person's right to access abortion.
This is scary.
Our bodies, our choice.
I know, it's so sad.
and extraordinary abilities. Regardless of our origin, or the nation we hold or don't hold, we know that we must fight, and we are ready to fight.
Who are you gonna fight? You know what? I'm gonna just hold my opinions to myself.
Power, transformation, and miracles. Power, transformation, and miracles. Power, transformation, and miracles. Power, transformation, and miracles. Power, let your spirit be transformed. Let your spirit right now, right now, right now, right now. Sing with us, everybody. Right now, right now, right now, right now.
It's freezing up there.
Right now, right now, right now, right now, right now. Sing power, power, transformation, and miracles. Power, transformation, and miracles. Power, transformation, and miracles.
I don't know what's going on over here, but they need to make a serious transformation. And I'm not body shaming, but I see a lot of unhealthiness on the stage. We need to get it together, y'all. You understand? With that being said, you had to see the delusional mindset that we just previewed, no? I'm sure you've seen it. This has got to stop. We gotta end this already. Holding certain rallies, it doesn't really accomplish anything. You just come across as a naga. After a week, it's forgotten about. No one cares about it anymore. You know why? Because it's back to regular programming. So with that being said, we're back to regular programming. We are back to regular programming. Back to the two genders. With that being said, don't forget, if you made it to this part of the video, consider hitting that like button. Definitely subscribe to the channel. And also hit that notification bell. I'll see you guys in the next one. This was wild.